Okay, so let's talk through how to use Google. All right, so you've used Google so many times now you don't even think about it or think about how powerful it is. But it is. For example, if you typed in my given name, Amanda Orzechowski, in the search line, you'd find documents that had some people named Amanda and their last name might be Smith, and then you'd find Thomas Orzechowski, both in the same document, and it would hit. But if you wanted my name specifically, use quotation marks like Amanda Orzechowski. All right, so that's the first thing to know. All right, time. If you want to know what time it is in your time zone, in your location, just type time in the Google search bar and hit go, and it will give you the time. But let's say that my husband is in Shanghai on business, all right? And I want to know if it's okay to call him. So if I type in time in Shanghai, then I have, it gives me that. You can see that in the lower picture, that when I did this, it was 5:20 a.m. in Shanghai. All right, weather. So this was the weather in Anderson when I searched it this day. And you could see for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, that was the expected weather. If I want to know the weather somewhere else in Shanghai, because my husband's traveling there for business, then I type in weather in Shanghai and I can see the forecast there for the next 4 days. Okay. Track packages. No matter whether I use UPS, the U.S. Postal Service, FedEx, whatever, I don't have to type in any of that. If I just type in a packing tracking number in Google and click go, it will pop up to track my package immediately. It knows which carrier it is and it's ready to go. All right. Let's talk about searching a specific site. So if the site search bar isn't working for you, use Google instead. You can see here where it says page not found on the Tri-County website. I searched for Mandy Orzechowski on the Tri-County website, and it couldn't find me anywhere on our entire website. All right, that didn't work. But let's say you're looking for me and you type Mandy Orzechowski, and then you use this thing, site : and then you put the domain name, tctc.edu. Okay, it's going to look everywhere within tctc.edu. Okay, if you wanted to do one from just educational sites but not just Tri-County, maybe you thought I'd worked somewhere else before, you could just do or site : edu. And you can see though in the Google search there that all those hits are from tctc.edu. It shows you all the places, and there were more places than this even, that you could find a link to my information or information about me. Okay, you can find a product there. It's still in beta. Google Shopping is. It used to be called Google Shopping. It used to be called Frugal. But if I'm looking for a TI calculator, I type that into the search bar and I go to shopping. Here I can see pricing and compare. Okay, I can click in stock nearby, free shipping, new items, a wide variety of things. Okay. All right. Google can calculate and convert. So if I need to do a calculation and I have Google open, I can just type my calculation in. Here I did 2 times 8 plus 4, and I hit go, and it gives me the answer and pulls up the Google calculator. Right? I can convert almost anything. So I just typed in convert 4.8 kilograms to pounds, okay, and it pulls up the conversion. But it also then pulls up this screen where I can change the kilograms, pounds, and it's showing me that that is mass. Okay, so that's a really nice function too. Okay, these are the operators. You need to know these. Okay, if you put a tilde in front of a word, all right, that tilde occurs is the shift next to the 1, okay? So it's above the little accent, all right? It'll include related words. A plus sign makes sure that in front of a word ensures that your search will include that word. A minus sign means it won't include that word. So say you're searching for something and you keep making a lot of hits on something that uses those words but is unrelated, you could put a minus sign in front of a word to make it not include that, okay? An asterisk, if you're not sure how something ends or the spelling, okay, would help you. Or is a Boolean operator to use either this word or that word, okay? And there are lots more at googleguide.com, okay? Advanced operators. Tons and tons of ways to improve your searching, all right? You can even limit to a particular file type. So if I'm looking for PowerPoint presentations on something, I can limit it to that, okay? SwageLock is a type of compression fitting frequently used in industry, and I was looking for a data sheet. So if I did SwageLock file type PDF, okay? I didn't put those in quotes, but I want you to see here that's what I typed in. Then I'm going to get documents about SwageLock fittings that are Adobe Acrobat. So I could do, another option would be SwageLock file type PDF, or file type doc would get me Adobe documents and Word documents, all right? Okay, image searches. So if I search the word toilet paper and then I click the images, you can see these are all the images I got. That's some scary toilet paper right there, okay? And camo toilet paper, I didn't know that existed, all right? But let's say that I just wanted clip art, okay? This used to be on the side menu, and now it has moved to being on the top, but you can change that to be any type. I selected clip art, and now I get images of toilet paper that are clip art. That's the happiest roll of toilet paper I've ever seen. All right? You can use it to look up a word that you don't know, okay? Like here I use define adjacent, and it gives me the definition. I can even press that to learn how it's pronounced, okay? And so then I can keep looking further on that. Now this one I looked for define Yankee dryer, and I used it in quotes because I wanted that expression, Yankee dryer, okay? And you see that's a pressure vessel used in the production of tissue paper, all right? And then it goes on to explain what a Yankee dryer does and is and that kind of thing, all right? Okay, there are some special Google sites. Google Scholar, scholar.google.com. All right, this is a great way to learn about technical articles for things. Okay, so I went to Google Scholar and typed in Yankee dryer, and then I can read technical articles about Yankee dryers. All right, then Google Patent, same thing. I can search for patents about Yankee dryers. Lots of patents on Yankee dryers. All right, and then finally Google Translate. Let's say that I need to know how to say it to my colleagues who are in Germany. Then I've had Google Translate change it into German here, and then here also into Spanish. So you can see there are some special Google sites. Don't limit yourself, all right, to just using Google and just making a random approach. There's a lot of information out there in the world now. Sometimes you have to discern what is legit and what is not, but in addition, there are a lot of great resources that are well documented. All right. Okay, so here's a reference. This was a great article from PC Magazine, the best Google search tricks. So I encourage you to follow up with that if you'd like to.